So, welcome back to Kalgoorlie Airport. Sitting here parking bay 1 at Kalgoorlie with VATSIM, but yeah, unfortunately not the other aircraft that was coming in behind us. He seems to have locked up. That's fine. So we're doing a return sector netlink 1611 from Kalgoorlie back to Perth. So welcome to the flight deck. Aircraft is set up pretty much as usual, ready to go. Netlink 1611, Kalgoorlie Boulder to Perth International. 8 November Romeo. The actual aircraft is 8 November Zulu, and actually we're sort of simulating 09, but since we took 10 in, we'll just take 11 out, yeah, +1. So cost index 15, ground distance 337, relatively short flight with an average wind of -17 knots of headwind, that's fine. 320, that's what the real flights are probably all planning. 58 minutes of flight time, so quite a bit longer than coming into Kalgoorlie. Alternate is Boston, 1.4 tonnes alternate and all looking good. We were tankering fuel inbound, so you can see block fuel required 5359. We have 61, so absolutely no issues there. So routing, it's going to be Quebec 41. This is actually Mallup. This is an outdated AirEx, so Quebec 150 out to Perth, direct Perth runway, expecting runway 03 for arrival. Out of the visual, it could be the RNP, so it's either the Alpha X-ray or the the Victor arrival. So Victor's the visual, X-ray is the RNP. 03, very short, about 2 mile final.
Changes went 1 to 0 degrees or 6 knots.
Yeah. Or the RLS standard, which will be the Alpha. Yeah. Hoping to do visual or the RNP, which will be more interesting, but yeah, we shall see. Yeah, I think at night they normally give the RLS, but yeah. From our analysis, we won't be using that. We'll have the performance calculation.
Good day,
so expected off block 10, we are now 13 minutes late, unfortunately. 76 packs, so return sector is much less empty, much more empty. That's what I took from trying to book this flight. Much less cargo as well, not bringing anything back from Kalgoorlie to Perth. Fuel, zero fuel weight, fuel, takeoff weight, everything all within limits. This is of course a bit off because we actually have about 800 kilos extra fuel because of the tankering. Yeah.
We have extended fuel needs.
So weather, Kalgoorlie Boulder, good weather basically, no clouds, Kenai show 1022, 11 degrees, and Perth, 0906 knots, a bit of cross from right, but yeah, absolutely no issues there.
Just slowly getting up there.
Okay, this is all good items, checked when we came in, nothing for us, yeah.
Contact Melbourne Centre 134
and it's all good, weather, all good as well. Now you can see the turbulence has shifted slightly to the west. Actually when we were coming out it was like somewhere here.
Over the 134,
so might have a bit of moderate turbulence, light to moderate turbulence coming out of Kalgoorlie, but we shall see. Yeah. So parking Kingston 1 at Kalgoorlie, expect to taxi Bravo and then very short taxi runway 11 for departure, climbing right over the mine site. Well, not over the mine site, but yeah, on the right, on the left side with the mine site, beautiful mine site here. NDP 2 departure today, acceleration at 15, correction 20 to 10, which we have put in over here. So it's going to be the departure up and control aerodrome. We're going to be tracking runway heading 2,000 feet and then make a right turn, intercepting the course. Basically make a right turn until we're tracking 290, and then we'll intercept one of the courses which I've put in here, the so-called PPD waypoints, pilot database, I think that's what's pilot, no actually I don't know what it stands for, yeah, but it's basically my own waypoint. What I did was I just took Kalgoorlie, and since we're tracking 238 outbound from Kalgoorlie, I put it there all 238, so these are all track 238 waypoints, yeah, track 238 inbound to Naylor, which is our next waypoint. So that way after departure it's going direct to one of these, that'll be fine, yeah, you can see on the plan page,
25 Romeo, g'day.
They all line up here nicely. So the plan is track 110,
400,
carry out 110, and then make a right turn, 290, or we track about one of these waypoints here. Whatever's more reasonable for us here. Something like that, and then intercepting the course to Kalgoorlie. So the departure call, when taxiing out, this is straight from the AIP. Taxiing out, so aircraft type, POB, IFRs, taxiing for intentions. runway. So we're going to
So
say
Jets 25 Romeo, if
set
possible,
a
request
set a
cruise
g'day,
altitude amendment to flight level
link
430.
1611, I've
Jets 25
Airbus
Romeo,
319,
climb flight level
POB
430.
82 because 76 packs on board.
430, thanks.
I just showed load sheet here. 76 packs on board, 4 cabin crew to operate each of the 4 doors. And then we
I
have
didn't even know this thing could get that high, but I see it on my VNAV, so
2
I'm going to give
cabin,
it a
2
go.
crew, so 76, 82.
When you
So
said
that's
that,
final
I
load
thought,
sheet,
how
pack
the hell
76,
is
so
he
yeah,
doing
plus
that?
6,
Good boy, well
82.
done.
So POB 82. Taxis, Kalgoorlie, runway. Taxis, Kalgoorlie for Perth, runway.
37, contact Melbourne 134, decimal 0, good day.
Okay.
Avenue
And once departure report, controlled air advance, departed, Melbourne Center, Netlink 1611 departed Kalgoorlie, time,
I believe.
probably,
We're
what's the time now? 17, probably departed time 32. Tracking to intercept radial,
Most casual Mayday I've ever heard.
tracking to intercept track 1238 inbound to, what's that waypoint called, kid? No, I've forgotten. It's Naylor, 238 inbound Naylor, climbing to, let's do 150 because I think we were coming down, we were clear to leave control, descending passing 150. So it would make sense then, well let's do 140, yeah, let's do 140 then. So let's do 140. 140. And then, unless of course the controller gives us initial climb to 140 and estimating waypoint time, estimating Naylor time, yeah, this one here, okay? So it's going to be a little complicated. I haven't done this in a long time. Yeah, last time I did FIFO operations was probably more than a year ago. But these are very fun stuff, very fun ops to do. So yeah. Track has been selected because 110, runway track on 2,000 feet, turn right, that's departure brief. So, departure brief, let's summarize again. Runway heading, track 110, right turn, intercept, direct 2, we'll give one of these waypoints, PBD 0 from 0 to 6, and then we'll call departure call. So, we'll of course be on the VHF 2 here. This is a strange thing because when I was in the inbound sector, it sort of automatically switched to VHF 1. I'm not sure what exactly happened, but it did. Okay, I didn't command a VHF 1 because we've sent a tune receiving here, and then Unicom over here. Then we make a departure call, and yeah, should be taken there for normal flight. If we have a rejected takeoff, below 100 knots reject for any master cautions or ECAM warnings or any abnormalities.
Unity 6400, contact Melbourne Center 134,
Above 100 knots, we go minded, of course. Very short runway. Runway's only 2,000 meters, so it's relatively short, yeah.
See you, Grayson.
So we go minded plus 100 knots and I'll eject for engine fire. Fire warning, aircraft safe, unable to fly.
134, decimal 0.
Alcohol stop. Close the thrust levers, put into max reverse, apply max braking. You'll verify that the thrust levers are closed, max reverse, max braking, or operation of max auto brake. Spoilage reverse, green decel, eco knots, 80 knots, 60 knots, or stop brake on runway, set parking brake. Full manage of control of the reject. We don't have a problem to check this from there. That's fine. Okay. So the engine out procedure, secondary flight plans are put in there already. It's straightforward, just 25 miles straight ahead. MSA 4,000 feet within our sector. Operation 3,100 feet, or around up to 25 miles. We'll take it as 4,000. So PPD 07, that's this waypoint. It's just 25 miles out. It's going planned actually. Yep, this waypoint here, that's 25 miles out. Over here, inbound course 110 right turns. And then we'll set up for, because no circling in this area apparently, between the radials of, no radials between sector northeast of runway 1129 and runway 1836, yeah, so no circling this side, that's fine. We'll simply come here and then track, coming via Kalgoorlie to a scaffold for the RP11 approach. Minimum 1590, that's all been pre-selected, pre-confirmed, all looking good. So, start up with stand, this is self-maneuvering stand, taxi out, sit, okay, there's no sit, we're going to be doing uncontrolled airdrome departure. EO sit, and rejected takeoff, medium return has been pre-briefed. We're below max landing weight today, very nice, very light aircraft, yeah, so no problems at all. Alright, If that's all good, then let's do the pre-flight checklist and then brief the cabin on this stuff. So let's get the seat in position. Where is this thing over here? There you are. That's not what I want. Okay, I'll just do the side here. So go back first, then come in there, pull forward. Pull forward here. Excellent. So APU bleed is running, external power. Disconnect that, prepare to go already. And go to forward stairs, close the doors. Park brake, we
Station
do
mounted
have
Perth information, Delta current.
set.
They've just updated the approach expectation
And
for
GP can disconnect as
the
well.
RMP X-ray, so it's now
Excellent.
expected instrument approach.
Oh yes, departure, takeoff performance of course, Kalgoorlie run 1 full length, 2,000 metres. Surface condition is dry, Optimum giving us flap 1, that's very nice, packs on. MAC 25.2, latest weather, 150 is now 6 knots, QNH 1023, okay, so no changes, still flex 75, we're now beat QNH. QNH 1023 indicating 1230, that's checked. 2020-24, that's set there, and 367-796, 1 up 1.5, flex 75. And turn 2210, that's what we want because it's 1,000 feet acceleration above airtrim, elevation and transition 10,000. All set up, all looking good, all agrees. And yep, let's do the cockpit preparation, gear pins covers removed. Fuel quantity, we've got 6120 kilograms, check, way more than enough. Seat belts
For your
on.
will be
And we have ADAIRs, we should have nav, I realigned them earlier on. ADAIRs, nav, and
Springbok 281 identification.
barrel ref,
control
QNH
service
1023,
terminated,
set
frequency
once
change
times 3
approved.
times, indicating 1230, set once twice 3 times checked. Excellent. Alright, so let's brief the passengers.
King 430, contact
Go.
Melbourne Centre 134.
Ladies and gents, very good
Zero,
evening to you. Welcome aboard Qantas Link Flight 1611 service from Kalgoorlie back to Perth. Flight time today expected to be about 58 minutes, cruising at 32,000 feet with conditions en route. Basically fine, possibility of a bit of turbulence.
Melbourne Centre, go flight
but
log
yeah, we should
602,
be all
bombing
fine to break
through
clear night.
flight number 110 for
Up to Perth
140.
will be from likely the
Flight
south.
602, good day. There's
Yeah,
no
southwest.
reported IFI traffic on Qantas flight number
And we'll let you know
140.
the latest conditions in Perth before we start on set.
Flight
Thank you very much for watching to fly with QantasLink today. I do apologise for the delay. Aircraft was late coming inbound from Perth. We should be going very shortly. Thank you very much for your patience. Enjoy the flight and enjoy the
Qantas
service
112, no,
aboard.
that's right. Go for it.
Excellent.
Thank you a lot.
Right, so that's all been done. Let's see everything all set up here. We're ready to go, pretty much. Yeah. Very nice, very nice.
Qantas 1201, contact.
So we've put in air flight 2
123,
because
decimal 6, good night.
outbound section just cycle the lights to ensure even wearing. Set this to on. Okay, the controller won't identify us, but yeah. Just put this on for now, transponder. Right. Ready for startup? Ready for startup. Okay, park brake set, TK stand by, you bleed, cat 2
134,
knob.
decimal 0, good night.
It's checked.
134.
And let's go ahead into the before start checklist. So before start checklist, parking brake is set. Okay, and let's get beacon on. Actually, let's make sure that, well, the area is going to be clear. We'll cover ground equipment, of course, in real life, we'll clear everything. Oh, look, nice, look, Qantas 73. Preparing for his sector, I would assume, back to Perth as well. Yeah, you can see him preparing to start up already. Yeah, his beacon's on as well. Oh, we'll call startup. Yeah. We'll see whether he's going to be an FI frequency. Kalgoorlie traffic, Qantas correction netlink 1611 startup stand 1 Kalgoorlie. Right, so full start checklist, parking brake set, takeoff speeds and thrust 20, 20, 24, flex 75. That's checked. Windows are closed on both sides.
Hello, velocity 1728.
And beacon is on.
30.
Full start checklist is complete. Let's go.
Velocity
So AP bleed on.
today, cleared Julim 6,
Engine mode
X-ray
selector
arrival,
start.
runway 03, maintain flight level
FADEX
360.
on, start number 1.
Was that the 6
Not
Alpha,
time.
Julian 6 Alpha, sorry?
Start valve open.
It's the Julian 6
Into-
X-ray, but the Alpha's available.
So we'll start
to
both
which-
today. Very short taxi, just Bravo backtrack. Yeah, 3-minute warm up.
Julian
Very,
6
very short
X-ray
taxi.
and, runway
There's absolutely
03,
no
maintain,
reason to do
current
single engine
altitude.
taxi. They'll just delay us
Velocity
necessarily,
7928.
waste probably even more fuel. So we've got oil pressure.
Qantas 1159, clear direct Julian to join the star.
So
Julian to join staff, Qantas 1159.
EGTs are 61. Yeah, it's fine. Absolutely no issues. No igniter B. Nice to see it's cycling. Just now it's A B. Now it's BA. Yeah. So fuel flow EGT. No probability of a hot start or anything like that. Yeah.
Flight 602, report maintaining flight level 140.
So since a very short taxi, once we established
Pilot
on
602.
Bravo, I'm going to call, yeah. So, engine 1 avail, start number 2. Start valve open. Into. We'll monitor because I haven't heard him call anything. Oh, he's gone. So maybe he was an inbound aircraft. Yeah, that's much more likely, isn't it? Yeah. So we've got oil pressure. Fuel flow, igniter A. EGT. So since he's inbound and therefore yeah, he's disconnected, so yeah, that's all good. So engine 2 avail, engine right select norm, AP can come off now. Rudder trim reset and THS, it was 25.2.
Velocity 1728, clear direct Julian to join the star.
Excellent. So after start checklist, anti-ice off, ECAM
Direct
status
to Julian to
checked.
join the star. Velocity
Pitch trim
1728.
25.2%, and we have rudder
Number
trim.
Flight
Control.
615, maintaining 140.
After start check is complete.
Flight 602, thanks. When you're
So
ready,
ready for taxi,
inside
let's go.
descending
Keep the lights off till we
five
turn
traffic,
it
Eric
out.
John H 1022.
Please brakes.
No patrol air descent and no, I copy
And
the
of
no
course,
traffic
we've started
602.
3-minute timer there. We've got the traffic Qantas friction netlink 1611. Turning out now, stand 1, taxis, runway 11 via Bravo, holding point for departure. Kalgoorlie traffic. Alright, excellent. So established now nicely, lights on now. Don't like to come off.
Melbourne Centre, good evening. Lima Yankee November.
So it's a very short taxi, let's do the flight control check.
B1 at Bunbury, taxiing for Jandakot via runway
Pull up,
05.
pull down, neutral. Pull left,
Lima Yankee November, g'day, squawk
All right.
3, sorry,
neutral, and the
squawk
rudder.
4552. IFR traffic flight of 602 PC12 inbound from the north. Estimate of secondary
It's always a bit
38.
annoying when it does that. Okay, let's
4552.
get the flashlight on to
and
see where this
copy
is.
the traffic, Lima Yankee November and
No, of course not.
I'll be
One,
taxiing for
this,
runway
yeah.
07.
Lima Yankee
Okay,
November.
let's get this back off. Rudder,
Flight of 602, that's
What?
IFR traffic, Lima Yankee November, Cessna 182, taxiing at Bunbury for Jandakot plane at
oh,
5000.
again, come on.
Flight 602.
Don't press it on accident. Pedal is disconnect, yes. So, yeah, rudder full left, full right, neutral.
And
Okay,
Lima
let's not
Yankee
enter the
November, I'll be
runway.
on CTAF but monitoring area frequency.
Park
Lima
brake
Yankee
is
November, understood,
set.
report on departure.
And
Report departure when you
that's
have it.
done now. Excellent. Taxi checklist. Taxi checklist. Flight controls checked. Flap setting config 1 plus F. Checked set. Radar wind shear is on in auto. ECAM memo. Correction. Engine mode selector is norm. Waiting for the cabin and the takeoff config. So heading here to hold point. We'll take our lights off for now. So takeoff config test. Okay, the cabin, we should have told them it's a short taxi, so they should be fine. Yeah, it's strange that the VASIs weren't working. Don't know why they weren't working, but it's all good. Okay, cabin ready now. Very good. So. Alright, thanks. Take your seats, we're departing shortly. Excellent. So, ECAM will take on mobility taxi checklist complete. Right. Runway is clear on the right. And clear on the left. Let's enter.
Qantas 1159, when ready, descend flight level 130.
Kalgoorlie traffic, NetLink 1611, enter runway 11 via Bravo for backtrack. NetLink, Kalgoorlie traffic.
NetLink 1611, you're on area.
I do apologise for that. I don't know why it keeps switching. We'll call you shortly.
That's right.
Why does it keep switching? I don't understand. I didn't press any of that.
Qantas 1159, when ready, descend flight level 130.
When ready,
This is really strange.
130, Qantas 1159.
Kalgoorlie traffic, NetLink 1611, enter runway 114, backtrack via Bravo. Well, we're on the runway now for line for departure. Kalgoorlie traffic. Okay, please don't switch again. Alright, don't see anyone. Looking all good so far. All good, all good. Company message, yeah, that's the bug in the Fenix telling me to send my ATC for what? let me guess, 79-minute delay? What does it say? $89, okay. 89 delay, yeah. That's even worse than outbound sector, but it's fine. Okay, oh, we should have called the centre for our clearance. On centre, NetLink 1611 taxis, Kalgoorlie runway 11 now. IFR Airbus 320 POB 82, destination Perth.
NetLink 1611, contact Melbourne Centre 134.0.
Contact Centre 1340, NetLink 1611. Okay, is there a problem? Ah, there's problems 112. Interesting. Melbourne Centre, g'day, NetLink 1611, currently runway 11, IFR Airbus 320 POB 82, destination Perth.
NetLink 1611, IFR traffic is Unity 6400, reported inbound to Kalgoorlie via the Kalgoorlie Whiskey Bravo. System estimates has Kalgoorlie time at 37, squawk 4777, and that's it, I think.
Squawk 4777, NetLink 1611, and we'll call you airborne.
NetLink 1611.
Right, line of checklist, takeoff runway is 11, and TCAS is
900, what are we about?
TRA, PAX 1 and 2 on, line of checklist complete, we've got 3 minutes, ready to go.
Unity 6400.
So park
NetLink
brakes
1611,
set.
you copy that?
Copy NetLink 1611, we'll be rolling shortly.
I'm bringing my speed all the way back now, sir.
Kalgoorlie traffic, NetLink 1611, departing runway 11 now, right turn after airborne, NetLink traffic, correction, Kalgoorlie traffic. Right brake release, ready to go, take off. Timing, Stabilize, takeoff. And flag 75, SRS, auto thrust blue. Thrust set. Knots checked. V1 rotate.
Unity 6400 machine telling me I'm 2 miles out.
What's the freight gear up? Heading.
Indy 6400, Roger.
So 1,000 feet and we
The
turn
Whiskey
left.
India is only 10 miles away from
One full
Kalgoorlie, and Whiskey Fox only 5 miles away.
Really?
A firm.
So open climb. Plus climb, open climb, auto thrust. Starting right turn now.
0 at Whiskey Foxtrot. Alright.
No worries, well, best of luck.
So 25 degrees
Yeah,
of
no
bank.
one's there. Bloody Nora.
All the way right now.
Look
So
at that.
applied one.
Just now it's gone up. Hang on, we're 5 miles.
S speed flap 0.
Wonderful. That's what you need, I suppose.
So track 290.
Oh, I love flying. It is an old Fokker, we should remember that.
So he might be in the
We love you flying,
Grayson.
yeah, he might be the Just Flight. Maybe he's beta tester.
Believe me, I've said old Fokker a couple of times tonight getting here.
You're actually my first Fokker for the evening.
Brilliant.
So let's
I'll
go
try and
direct
make a
PBD
Fokker of a
02.
landing.
That's not how you do it in the Airbus, of course.
I'd say I'd be watching, but I can't see you anymore.
Right, straight to insert.
Most
Nav.
professional Australian ATC frequency.
Nav,
the voice
yeah,
being
looking
beautiful.
good. And let's call departure.
I have heard from another pilot the other day that if you do anything out of regulation on frequency in like Europe, you get yelled at
So
from a bloke named Sven.
He's arriving. That was the traffic that
Well, it
was,
helps that, you know, the
yeah.
two I see are the boards, so...
So looking good.
It also helps when you're below flight level 110, where the VATPAC code of conduct is not in existence. So that also is helpful.
Okay, we should call soon because I don't want to.
I strongly
Yeah.
suggest you boys go and Google pilot in command.
Apologies for interrupting, but Netlink 1611 departed Kalgoorlie
Good day.
time.
This is Lima Hotel Alpha 282,
Did I?
flight level
I'm on the wrong frequency.
360, inbound mid 2.
Okay, should be one.
Okay, so on 202, Melbourne Centre, g'day, maintain flight level 360, squawk 3624.
Yeah, this frequency switching thing is really.
Maintaining 360 and confirm squawk 3634.
So approaching 10,000 shortly.
3624.
362 for Lima Hotel Alpha 282.
10,000 lights. Said a g'day, Netlink 1611 departed Kalgoorlie time 36, tracking inbound now Naylor. It's on track 238 and climbing level 140, estimating Naylor time 40.
Nothing 1611 identified,
That's
clear
a
to
Ford
Perth
Niner.
by Naylor flight plan route, climb flight level 320.
Level 320 and flight plan route, Netlink 1611.
Melbourne Centre, g'day, Jetstar 25 Romeo Heavy, cruising flight level 3,
So
correction
climb.
430.
Passing that,
Just
of
up
course,
25 Romeo, heavy,
well,
Melbourne Centre, g'day.
set standard. Okay, that was a bit busy and probably not the
Unity
best flown
6400, despite best efforts,
departure
I made
because I
on
caught a bit
ground.
late.
Thanks, Liz,
The
on
radios were a
flight.
little screwed up in there.
Unity 6400, no worries, Kalgoorlie
Yeah, but that's
Tower,
fine.
g'day.
Let's get a bit of lighting up here, the pedestal lighting. There it is. Maybe not too much, maybe something like that will do. Right, it's going to be relatively uneventful. Tracking 320, fasten belts come off, it's a clear night. And yeah, we'll see you shortly for the arrival back into Perth. Welcome back. Currently on ascent.
I think it was
passing
126 calling you first.
132.
Go ahead.
Line 21 called first, you want to let him
At the
go?
moment it's the Kalgoorlie 1 X-ray
Line 21,
or the RP X-ray approach, runway 03 to Perth. So very nice here. We're currently looking at Perth approach.
So we're going about the 26, tracking looking for
so currently about
outbound 010 to Pierce.
and after Kaima it's going to be to VAGVA at 230 knots.
526,
And then
understood.
afterwards it's going to be to
You can
Cargo,
track
max 185. It
expect
says going to
outbound
trouble
010,
meter restriction, probably a
now,
little bit of
flight
speed
level
break and stuff
130.
like that.
Just
It's 230, got to be at 230,
expected,
and then
26.
max 195 there. Then it's to Hotel 010. This is on the X-ray already. Then minimum 150 knots, and then Perth 020, Perth 030. And then it's short 2 mile final for the
5 is looking direct to Perth, then outbound 010 to Pierce.
for the runway 03.
60,000 initially.
Mandatory Perth 0202180 and Perth 010 is starting to set from 3000.
Track direct to Perth
so
at this
checked.
time, expect 010 from
Approaching
Perth.
110, so set
60,000.
QNH, which is 1022.
Direct Perth, and then expect a 010 radial down to 60,000.
It's twice, 3 times. It's fine. Belt's already on. And this approach is fairly straightforward. Track 016 to Perth 040, then turn left to 050, this is the NRF link, and then track 264 to go 1,3000 to track flight 860. Okay, which we all have here, 225. Next 225 Perth 040. Gold mark got to be above 3,000 feet, so let's say 3,000 all around. With 10 miles is 2,700, but we'll treat it as 3,000 basically. RP 0.3, and which has already been put in here.
Alpha Sierra Romeo,
The
minimum's code 3366, traffic is
passing 10,000 lights.
Just 182, arrived 3 minutes
Or else
ago.
we've got to turn on the wing lights in because
Contact us, airborne.
I haven't flown Airbus 320s in Australia, so just was part of the natural flow to turn the wing light on. And I realised I forgot to cancel Starwatch on the ground, which is of course really bad. Probably be... Yeah, the controller would probably call you in real life. It's like, are you on the ground? Are you safe? Yeah, because there's no tower to terminate your Starwatch to make sure you've safely landed.
Link 1611, descent 5000.
Descent 5000 at link 1611. Right, 5000 set, and yep, it's 450 here in the DA. QNH is 1022, all looking good. Auto brake low, flap 3 landing because we're vacating at Papa, direction at Delta, which is a very long down runway. It's what, 2640? Yeah, 2640 metres down the runway. That's what we expected to vacate. So, since that's the case, we'll take the full length. Yeah, pretty much. It's we'll flare nicely, try and get a nice smooth landing, and then all the way in.
At link 1611, expect the RMP X-ray arrival, descent 3000.
Descent 3000, expect the RMP X-ray 03 approach, net link 1611. Yep, so yeah, turn left to vacate at Delta, and yep, no issues there. Delta's very straightforward, stand 14, it's pretty much straight in, yeah, slightly right, the taxiway sort of diverges into 2. We're going to keep right and then all the way into stand 14, so very, very short taxi. You probably start the AP once on the runway. Either reverse, of course, no issues, no need to go any more than reverse. Maybe manual braking towards the
approach with you.
very straightforward, all
flight level
good.
213 for
Final lap will
flight
be
level
engaged somewhere about
9,000.
so, probably
BA
cargo
110.
once we're at the intermediate approach.
BA
Initial approach
110,
fix,
first approach, g'day, descent to 8000.
which is cargo. Yeah, that's the
By the
intermediate
start,
fix, and
expect the
intermediate approach fix. We'll
expect
go
the
ahead
ILS
and
runway 03.
start the
Descent by a
put a
star,
final lap.
8,000 feet,
And
expect
approach
ILS
checklist,
runway
approach
3.
checklist.
Yeah, 110.
Just think he's doing the ILS, I'm doing the RMP, yeah. Maybe he's coming from the south, that's why.
9000, QNH 1022.
There's the NPs available if you are coming in from the north and the west. Alright, we'll probably check this barrel if QNH is 1022 speed.
Good
Set
approach,
once,
altitude
twice,
Romeo 1000.
3 times. Yeah, once, twice, 3 times,
Alpha
passing
Sierra Romeo,
6,400
first approach, g'day.
now.
Identify
checked.
1,500,
Let's
same
go
intentions.
speed brake. Thrust idle.
1,500.
Seat
Request
belts
clearance
on.
65.
Barrow 450. Thrust idle, more drag
Alpha
checked.
Sierra Romeo cleared, and control
auto brake is
airspace,
low, and influence
65,
selector is
report
on.
IFR VFR traffic.
Excellent. So you can see this jump significantly. Nothing much I can do about it. It's been braking.
Flight before descent 3,000,
Brake is coming up.
5,000 now, and you can contact PS approach 130.2.
5,1302 Viper 4.
As if you're telling me the cabin secure, but I can't roll it here. Thank you very much. Okay, coming to join the brake, but we've been too fast, but there's nothing much we can do about it. Let's go ahead and push approach. So up nav, final left.
Cargo, cleared RMP X-ray, runway 03, report established.
Passing cargo, cleared RMP X-ray 03, report established, net link 1611. So we're below the VFE, let's go flat 1. Cleared approach, excellent. So traffic all looks very clear, the airport's just over there.
6,000 now.
So a bit fast, about 15 knots fast over cargo. Yeah, nothing much you can do about it. Oh wow, look at that. Wow. Just look at that.
Yeah, I don't know what he's conflicting with, that's fine.
I was going to go flap 2, but yeah.
It's on the chemtrails.
Approach net link 1611 established.
Flight for 21, descend 9,000, QNH 1021, correction 1022.
So 3000 bis approach altitude set. Catching the brake again. Flap 2.
Link 1611, contact tower 127.4, good day.
1274 net link 1611, good day.
VA 110, descend 5,000 now.
Much. Ah, okay. Yeah, I thought it was 117. And I realised there's no frequency below 118. Post good day, net link 1611 on PX-ray 03 established.
Net link 1611, Perth Tower. G'day. Winds 120 degrees 6 knots. Maximum tailwind 6 knots. Runway 03, clear to land.
03 clear to land at link 1611. So I see a bit of traffic there, at least I see a bit of some strobes, yeah, there he is. But yeah, he's well cleared the area, so yeah, should be quite nice. Probably some GA traffic, I think, yeah. So let's see how this, the Fenix actually handles these turns really nicely, I've got to say, yeah, well done to them. So it's 500 feet for the minimums. We'll just go gear down a bit early, yeah. Gear down. We're clear to land. Cabin crew take your seats. And flap 3. There you go. Right, landing checklist. You came out landing nobly. Landing checklist complete. Yeah, see, this turn is actually really nice, really nicely being handled by the aircraft here. Well done, well done. So let's go autopilot off. It's checked. So they only offer this in so-called visual conditions because I think only the visual you're allowed to go 500 foot minimum. Yeah, otherwise it just most operators wouldn't be able to take it. Okay, I think the puppy's a little low. These are a little uncalibrated, so we'll just use visual judgment there, and that was 500 foot stable continuing.
Minimum.
Continue. FPS is a little bad, which may mean a bit of a slam of landing. So, spoilers. Reverse green, decel, and we'll idle reverse. So 70 knots. Manual brakes.
Link 1611, welcome to Perth. Roll through vacate Delta, contact ground 122.2, g'day.
Vacate Delta, contact ground 122.2 at link 1611, g'day. So there's our exit there. Let's stop timing, get out of reverse, start the APU. Alright, let's slow down here since it's very high idle thrust anyway. Entering apron area and contact the ground 122.2. So we've got to be fast here. Post ground, g'day, netlink 1611 vacated for stand 14.
Delta 1611 ground, g'day, taxi Delta to the Bay, g'day.
Taxi Delta to the Bay, netlink 1611, g'day. Okay, entering Bay, turn off light to come off, upland checklist, red up energy off, upland checklist complete. So there's our stand 14, which is this one here. Okay, this will probably do. Got parking brake set. Waiting for the 3 minutes and then we can do, or rather once the AP is started then we can do the shutdown. Because there's no 3 minute waiting because yeah, we started reverse. So, APUs avail, APU bleed on, and shut down engines. Have a crew DOS cross check. So time 1-1, excellent. They're very efficient here, so external power is already connected. And these can come off below 20% beacon. Right, parking checklist, park brake on shocks, set, engines off, wing lights off, and fuel pumps are off. After lane checklist complete, correction, parking checklist complete. Very nicely done here. Let's get the door open, and yeah. So that was a very nice flight here down into Perth from Kalgoorlie, of course, yeah, Kalgoorlie, and yeah, time arrival 3:08. Yeah, we're very late. Aware of that. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Pretty nice 2 sectors here. I was a bit rusty. A couple of things done right. Forgot to cancel SAR watch. Probably should have called a bit more. Yeah, and for some reason this sort of kept switching on. I have to check why it sort of switched on the way in and out, yeah, when I was trying to make the calls, because I inadvertently called on the center frequency. And yeah, probably should have done the call for clearance before entering the runway, and probably should have yeah, just overall a bit more aware of the radios. So it's something that you've got to have to check. Yeah, so check note to myself when doing this sort of operation, just before you transmit, just check what sort of frequency you're on. Normally I don't do that, because normally, you know, I know what frequency I'm on, but sometimes it changes by itself, then also I forget to change, so yeah. But yeah, pretty nice, I've got to say. They would have ground air here in Perth since we're in jetway stand, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Connect the jetway, think it'll connect. Yeah, probably not. It's unfortunate. Yeah, it is what it is. If the jetways don't want to connect, let's try here. It's the same thing, since it calls the same API. I'm just going to try. Because this one I can see, you know, the flashing means that it's trying to get connected. Since it doesn't work, that's fine. Let's get the bleed off. And APU can come off. Yeah. External power, we run that already. This can come off. Excellent. So thanks for watching. Pretty enjoyable 2 sectors, I've got to say. Yeah, I do enjoy flying the. Yeah, we've got to fly in Australia a bit more. Yeah, haven't flown here in a long time. And controllers competent, pilots are competent. So I mean, you could hear everyone pretty much knew their stuff. Yeah, I was probably the most competent pilot of the frequency, because I didn't know the local procedures very well. Yeah. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.